Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today is a very exciting video. I'm going to be sharing with you the very first update of my stationery project pan. Now if you don't know what a stationery project pan is, I highly suggest you watch my very first video at the beginning of the year. This one is just going to be the updates on my project pan lineup. So I'm going to go through the progress on my current items. I'm going to show which ones I've finished, which I have finished a couple, super exciting. And I'm also going to be adding some new things to my project pan lineup. So let's just go ahead and get started. This is my Hobonichi Weeks. It's not technically part of my project pan lineup, but I do have some notes in the back about my progress. Alright, so my very first item is my Lamy Tourmaline ink. And in January, I started off with 189 grams. And then I filled up my Moonman or Majon Q1 fountain pen with 3 milliliters of ink. And here's what my pen looks like so far. This is the exact same fill that I had on my very first video back in January. So this is the best way to show my progress. I'll insert a picture here so you can get a better idea, but this is pretty much the only fill I've done of this ink. So in February, I weighed it again with my food scale and it came down to 186 grams. So 3 milliliters of ink is about 3 grams. And then March, there was no change at all since, again, this is the only fill I have of this ink. So I was trying to use up this pen as much as I could. Here I can show you. So I was using it in my daily journal, and let me just show you real quick. I was pretty much using it every other day in my journal, so I would rotate through all of my ink pens, but I always made sure that I would use this pen every other day. That was in January. But then February came around and I just got sick of looking at this color. I just needed something different, so I kind of scaled back on my Lamy ink usage to maybe once or twice a week. So my progress definitely slowed down. I think if I kept up with the every other day usage of this ink, I would have most likely finished up this ink fill, but I didn't. I just couldn't do it. I got sick of it, and I don't want this project pen to be something that I don't enjoy. So I'm not going to force myself to use this ink if it's not enjoyable for me anymore. But this pen is still in my rotation, so I am still using it. It's just going to be very slow progress from here on out, at least until I get motivated to use this pen again. So that was number one. And then next, I want to talk about my craft paper pouch, which I have here. So in January, I started off with 40 sheets. This is originally 50 sheets, and then I used 10 last year. So I started 2022 with 40 sheets. I used up 3 sheets to make pocket dividers for myself. So in February, I had 38 sheets, and then again in March, I didn't use this at all. So still 37 sheets. This is another slow growing process for me. 37 sheets doesn't seem like a lot, but if I'm not actively decorating my planner setups or my pages, then my progress for this isn't going to be as fast as I would have liked. My vintage celestial pack from Amazon, which I do have here. So in January, I had 193 pieces. In February, I did use this pack to decorate my Hobonichi Weeks memory planner spreads. And I can show some here. So here's an example. I need to fill in the words still, but there you go. So at the end of February, I ended with 187 pieces, and then I used this some more in March, and so my new tally as of March 31st is 180 pieces. So pretty decent progress, I think, and I'm just chugging along on this pack. I could probably use this on other spreads too. I've completely neglected my art journals, my Passport TN and my A5 art journal, but I hope to catch up on those soon. So these 3 are still in my project pan. They are not yet finished as of now. I think these are definitely going to be long haul items for me. It's going to take me at least the whole year to get through all of this, I think. The ink bottle is probably going to take me much longer than that, but I'm going to try my best to at least make a dent on this bottle for this year. Alright, so let's get to the good stuff, which is the stationery that I did finish. And first off, I have my A6 Tomoe River notebook. And I completely finished this. I filled up all of the pages. Maybe not all the way, but every page does have writing in it. I finished this notebook on, I have it written down here, or maybe I didn't. I do have the last entry in here. I finished this on February 25th. I don't know if you can see that, but that was the finish date for this notebook. Super duper happy to have finished this. So there is some progress on my project pan, so yay. Then after that, I also have the Pipsticks sticker sheet that I was working on, and I also finished it. Hooray! So I still have the Pipsticks logo here at the bottom, but I'm not gonna count that. I'm super happy and excited to have finished this sheet. It wasn't that hard actually. I just had to make sure that I used it every time I made a collage on my baby's journal, which just goes to show how much stationery I can go through if I just focus on it and set my mind to it. That's a lesson that I have learned so far doing this project pan in the last 3 months. So I finished this sticker sheet on... oh, I didn't log it on my spread. Oops. I will put the date up here. But this is definitely done. Super happy. And then finally, I finished my Zebra Sarasa clip gel pen. So I'm going to open up the pen here. So here are the official markings. I started this pen on January 24th and I finished this pen on April 3rd. So technically I didn't finish this when I logged my project pan, but I managed to finish it a couple of days later. And this pen, oh my goodness. So if you saw where I started, which was here, it didn't seem like a lot of ink left, and I thought I would be done with this pen in a month, but I was so wrong. It took me 3 months, or maybe 2.5 months, which just goes to show how much longer things take to finish than you think. I thought for sure this would only take a month, but as you see, this was how much 1 month's progress was for me. And then it just moved at a snail's pace, and I thought this pen would never get finished. But that was definitely a huge revelation for me, that things take longer than I thought they would. But super duper happy to have finished this pen. I'm really happy about that. Alright, so those were the updates on my project pan lineup for the start of the year. And I decided that I'm going to be adding some new things to my project pan just to partly challenge myself, partly push myself to finish things even more, because we're actually moving again in the summer and I would like to go through my stationery stash as much as I can. I'm also decluttering and all that, but there are definitely some items that I want to use up rather than giving them away or tossing them or whatever. So first off, I am going to be replacing my Tomoe River notebook with another notebook, and it's going to be my A6 Stalogy. And I started this journal on February 26th, the next day. So I had a bit of a head start with this journal, and by the beginning of March I had 14 pages filled. I guess this page isn't filled, but this was left intentionally blank. And then I started in March and then to April, and so far I have, and then here, I don't know if you can see, but I have 98 pages filled. So I did go ahead and number the pages on my Stalogy, and I just do it bit by bit as I write in my journal, so some of these are still blank. But numbering the pages has helped me track the progress better of this notebook rather than just guessing. I didn't number the pages on my Tomoe River notebook, so there was a bit of guesswork with this one, and I decided to just call it when I finished the whole thing. But this A6 Stalogy is so thick. It has 368 pages, so I'm going to be in this notebook for a good while, so I thought counting the pages would help me a lot in staying motivated, and so far so good. So this is one of the new items in my project pan, making really good progress already. And then the next 2 items might be boring, but if you watched my first project pan video, you might know that I have a box of Pipstick stickers that I'm trying to get through. And I recently counted how many sticker sheets I had in that box, and I had 65 pages, including the one that I recently finished. With this one down, I have 64 to go. So I think I'm going to try to go through my Pipsticks box for Project Pan, but in like small increments. So I'm going to still count it by sticker sheet. So the next Pipstick sticker sheets that I'm going to go through are these 2. I have this one and this one. So these are my next 2 project pans for my Pipstick stash, and I did take a picture of these 2 on March 31st, but then I already started using it, so I'm already making really good progress on these 2. So I guess this is kind of like a gimme product for me, which is good because I could use a small win right now. But these 2 are going to be in my project pan, so really looking forward to finishing up these 2 sticker sheets and my Pipstick stash as a whole. I'm hoping to make a really big dent on it before we move. Alright, and then next after that is going to be an ink bottle. I know I just said that ink bottles take a long time for me to finish, but I do want to go through them. So that's the whole point of this project, is to make me use my stationery rather than just hoarding them for whatever reason. So my next ink bottle that I want to pan is my Diamine Scribble Purple. So the story behind this is I bought this ink last year to go with my Esterbrook Esty pen, and at the time I really loved this pen. I thought it was just this gorgeous purple black ink, but then I noticed that when I put it next to my actual black ink, like my Noodler's X Feather, here I can show you the difference. I don't know if you can see, but there's basically no difference. The purple tint is very subtle. You can't see it in certain lighting, but I realized that maybe it's not as purple as I want it to be. So I did buy the Diamine Imperial Purple ink, and this came in a set. So it was a set of 6, so I have 5 other Diamine colors that I just got, and I actually really like Diamine. I'm a big fan, so I'm glad I got that set. But in any case, I decided that I want to phase out this ink because it's not really doing it for me anymore, and I know that it's going to take me a long time to use this ink as well, but I'm going to try to use it as much as I can. There's no way I'm going to be finishing this before our move, but maybe the end of the year? Who knows? Fingers crossed. It's much smaller than my Lamy Tourmaline. I think this is 30 milliliters. I did weigh the bottle because it's too opaque for me to mark. I just couldn't see anything inside the bottle, so I went ahead and used my food scale as well, and I got 39 grams at the start. Now I haven't inked up a pen with this just yet, but I'm going to do that after this video, and I plan on using an eyedropper pen for this, so that's going to be fun. And then next up is going to be another notebook. I have this Passport Traveler's notebook that I'm still using because I really like the size and I want to keep using it even though I'm journaling in an A6 notebook right now. And I started a commonplace book at the beginning of the year as well, but I haven't been keeping up, again because I was sick, but I want to get started on it again, and I thought that putting it in my project pan is going to motivate me. So I have only done a few spreads on this, so this was my first one that got ruined. But I posted this on my Instagram in the past, and then I made this spread which was a total fail. So I decided to just move through this for now, and I'm going to cover this up with something else. And I didn't realize that my Posca paint pen made it bleed through. Ugh. Okay. And then I made this spread which I ended up hating because I wanted to do serif lettering, but it just didn't turn out the way I wanted, so I might cover this up with my label maker, just rewrite this whole thing. But anyways, so I technically only have 4 pages filled in my commonplace book, and I intend to use this for quotes that I like, motivation, all that. But as you see, I have a long way to go, but I do want to fill this up. I want to keep up with my art journaling practice. It's just been so difficult lately, but I'm hoping that if I put this in my project pan, that will give me the motivation to make some progress on this notebook at the very least. And if not, I guess that will tell me that maybe this notebook isn't working for me right now. But either way, this is going to be in my project pan. Last but not least, for my project pan edition is my Happy Planner sticker sheet. So this sheet is from the Journaling Doodles sticker book, and I love that sticker book very much. The black and white florals in that sticker book, amazing. I'm running out of it, so that's making me nervous, but we're just gonna keep using the stickers that we love, right? But for this one, I do want to finish this up. It's full of all of these really cute heart illustrations in all different sizes, and I have been using them in my baby's journal once again. But I also want to start using this in my daily journal, maybe my Hobonichi week spreads, dashboards for my personal rings, all that. Something that I've noticed lately is I tend to compartmentalize my stickers. So my Pipsticks and my heart stickers go in my baby journal, and then my Celestial stickers go in my Hobonichi weeks, and my Antiquarian sticker book goes in my daily journal, which is fine, but I feel like I am limiting myself in that manner. And also I'm not seeing any real progress in my sticker stash because I'm kind of all over the place. So I'm hoping to break out of that a little bit and find some more uses for my stickers in my project pan beyond what my brain likes to assign them to, if that makes sense. Oh no, I almost forgot this one. So just kidding, this wasn't my last one. This is my last new item in my project pan. So next is going to be my Zebra Sarasa gel pen. I know, another one, how boring, but I actually have 5 of these. So let me just pull all of them out, including the one I just finished. So I bought all these in a pack of 5 on Amazon sometime last year. So I have a long way to go, again, in the grand scheme of things, but I'm hoping to slowly make progress. So I'm just going to be working on my second one. The second one that's closer to the finish line, which is this pen, and I've already marked it, as you can see, and I did mess up, but I marked this on April 3rd, the same day that I finished my Zebra Sarasa pen. So I'm just going to be chugging along with this pen, and I am trying to use it a lot more this time, not just in my baby journal, but also in my grocery lists. If I need to write something down real quick on my desk, I grab a sticky note in this pen and then just jot it down. I am already making some progress. As you can see, here is the marking. So a little bit of progress, just a tiny bit, but we're slowly getting there. So this one isn't the most fun addition to my project pan lineup, but I am looking forward to finishing all of these pens as fast as I can. And that concludes my update on my project pan. I'm going to be writing down the full list of items in the description. I know these things can be hard to keep track of, so I'm hoping that listing it down will help us all stay on the same page. All in all, I think I have made some decent progress outside of the ink and the craft paper, but still not as fast as I thought it would be, which again just goes to show how long these things can last. So the next update is going to be on July. I'm hoping we're moving on July, so I'm hoping that I can piece together a video before our move, and I will see you then. So thank you so much for watching this video. This is Baba Notes, and I will see you next time. Bye!